On today's menu, a delicious recipe that will really pan out. An amazing lentil rice. Place 1 cup of brown lentils into a large bowl. Fill the bowl with about 3 cups of water. Soak the lentils for about 8 hours or overnight. The lentils will get much larger after you soak them. Strain out the lentils and set aside. One cup basmati rice. Rinse and drain the rice 2 to 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. Three pieces of garlic, finely chopped. Small piece of ginger, finely chopped. One red onion, diced. One tomato, diced. Sauté pan, medium heat, 2 tablespoons olive oil, red onions, sauté for 4 to 5 minutes. Garlic and ginger, sauté for 1 to 2 minutes. Lentils, sauté for about a minute. Rice, generous pinch of salt, half teaspoon cumin, half teaspoon chili powder, 1.5 teaspoons sweet paprika, 1 teaspoon coriander, fresh cracked pepper. Give the pan a good stir to combine all the ingredients. tomatoes. Saute for about a minute. One and a half cups veggie stock. Turn the heat to medium-high and stir to deglaze the pan. When the water begins to bubble, turn the heat to medium-low. Cover and cook for 15 minutes. Right, so while we wait for that to cook, I get a lot of questions about the different sauces and oils and knives and pots and pans that I use on the show, and I always do try to make some time to showcase some of those things and answer those questions. One of the questions I always get is where I get my plateware and the bowls and plates that I use. And so far there's only really 3 places that I get most of these plates and bowls, one of which is Crate & Barrel, which is available in Canada and in the United States. The other one is actually called CB2, and it's actually a sister company of Crate & Barrel. However, I'm not a fanboy of those brands exclusively, and I'm definitely not sponsored by them. I kind of just buy whatever I see that I really like. One of the things I look for is a really nice kind of soft but rustic looking glaze. And I find a lot of the plateware that is made in Portugal are just absolutely beautiful. They have this incredible heft to them. They have beautiful colors, and that glaze is just this kind of soft sheen and really gives it this minimalistic yet luxurious look and feel. I'm always on the lookout for great plateware I can use on the show, because for me, maybe because I have a background in photography, but visual aesthetics is a big part of the journey of creating food and enjoying food. Turn the heat off and let the rice steam further for 10 minutes. Plate generously. Squeeze over some fresh lemon juice. Sprinkle over some freshly chopped parsley. Optional drizzle of olive oil. And freshly cracked pepper to taste. You can now enjoy this delightful rice recipe with absolute confidence. Three pieces of garlic, roughly chopped. One onion, finely chopped. About 75 grams oyster mushrooms, roughly chopped. Right, so I actually receive a lot of questions about what kind of knives I use, and this one is the Zwilling 8-inch chef knife. This one is particularly from their line of knives that's called Pro. And just to be clear, I'm not a pro chef, this is just what the knife is called. If you're in the market for a new knife, I always recommend actually trying the knife and holding it if possible. And the reason why I say that is because different knives will be better for different hands, if that makes sense, and different styles of chopping and slicing. It's kind of more about what you're comfortable with rather than what the best knife is. This particular line of knives from the Pro line, I really enjoy because they have this beautiful kind of designed groove that connects the blade to the handle. My thumb and index finger falls perfectly on that, and it feels really comfortable for me personally. In fact, I even purchased the paring knife and the bread knife from the same Pro line. But like I mentioned, just because I really enjoy using this particular line of knives, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be for everybody. So definitely take a trip to the store and try to grip them, hold them, feel the balance of the heft. And if it's something that you feel like it's comfortable for you, then that might be your knife rather than the best knife. Saute pan, medium heat, 2 tablespoons olive oil, onions and garlic, pinch of salt, pepper. Saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Two tablespoons capers, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon sweet paprika. Saute for about a minute. Oyster mushrooms, .800 ml can pureed tomatoes, two cups vegetable stock, turn the heat up and bring to a boil. Half a pound spaghetti. Gently stir around the spaghetti until softened. When the spaghetti is submerged, stir around for a couple of minutes. Cover and cook on medium-low for about 8 minutes. While we wait for that to cook, if you're new to the channel, welcome, I'm glad you're here. Be sure to pick up your free ebook that I've put together just for you that has 5 super easy, unintimidating plant-based recipes to help you get started with cooking today. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check that out. Now let's check out that delicious pasta. Give the pasta a stir and taste to see if it's done. Plate. Fresh cracked pepper, olive oil, fresh basil. Man, that looks delicious. Smells amazing as well. This recipe actually makes quite a bit. There's a whole nother portion left in that pan. Amazing. You can now enjoy this delicious pasta with absolute confidence. Three pieces of garlic, finely chopped. One small red onion, finely diced. I've got these beautiful kind of skinny asparagus. We're just going to find that natural breaking point. And these woody parts we're going to keep for stocks or soups. Chop about 150 grams of asparagus into bite-sized pieces. We're just going to keep these beautiful spears intact. Half a red bell pepper, finely diced. One tomato, diced. Couple of ingredients to have ready on hand. This is arboreal rice. No need to wash it, we're just going to use it straight up. These are canned chickpeas and artichoke hearts. Sometimes I sub out the chickpeas for plant-based sausage or even crumbled tofu. Definitely make it your own. This is incredible Spanish saffron. There's definitely imitation saffron out there. Sometimes it's called safflower. And it looks very similar, but it's definitely not the same thing. Definitely want to get Spanish saffron. This little bottle was about $15, and you really only need about a small pinch, a quarter of a teaspoon or something like that. But because it's a special occasion when we cook together, I'm gonna use a generous pinch today. Right, so I was considering ordering a paella pan just to film today's episode, but then I figured not everyone may have a paella pan at home, so I'm going to be using this enameled cast iron pan from Staub. This is a pan that has a little bit of a non-stick ability, definitely not traditional as authentic paella is made in a paella pan, but we're just going to use this for today. Non-stick pan, medium heat. I do get a lot of questions about the different tools and sauces and oils that I use on the show, so I do try to keep that in mind and make some time for that. So today I'm going to be using this delicious certified organic olive oil that's actually unfiltered. And personal preference, I really enjoy the unfiltered version of the olive oil because for me, it tastes a little bit more full-bodied in texture, a little fruitier, and has a little bit of a hint of pepperiness. I always feel like I sound like an old man talking about their cognac when I talk about olive oil. It reminds me of the rolling hills of Italy with a little fruitiness on the tongue and some pepperiness on the nose. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Red onions. Saute for about 2 minutes. Half cup chickpeas. A generous cup of artichoke. Saute for another 2 minutes. Garlic. Asparagus. Saute for another 1 to 2 minutes. Two teaspoons sweet paprika. Stir. Red bell pepper. Pinch of salt. Tomatoes. Saute for another 1 to 2 minutes. One and a half cups vegetable stock. Distribute 1 cup of arboreal rice throughout the pan. Generous pinch of saffron. Gently submerge the rice into the stock and bring to a boil. Cover and cook on medium-low for 15 minutes. Turn off the heat and let it steam further for 10 minutes. If you enjoy easy and delicious recipes like me, then definitely check out our ramen cookbook, our Cook with Confidence cookbook, the Young Man Cooking merch, or our plant-based sushi masterclass. That's the masterclass I always say that you'll really eat up. I'll leave a link in the description box below to check those out. Now, one last thing to do with the rice. Medium-high heat. Let the rice cook for 4 to 5 minutes. This will create that deliciously crispy bottom layer. Squeeze on top some fresh lemon juice. You can now enjoy and share this delicious recipe with absolute confidence. This dish is seriously worthy for a king. That's not only a party I'd like to attend, but that is literally a warm, cozy hug in a plate. First off, this dish is incredibly visually stunning. It seriously looks like a golden, amazing sunset. You have the yellow, the golden, orange, the fiery kind of red. The pan literally glows. It is like gold. Then you have all these amazing, delicious flavors all making friends in that same pan, and you get all of those flavors in every single bite. You get a little bit of saltiness, a little smokiness. That sweet paprika really shines through. It adds to that beautiful color. The saffron has a little kind of floral flavor, a little earthy, and it's what's responsible for that beautiful color as well. The tomatoes add that sweet, acidic juiciness. The lemon juice just lifts up the entire dish and adds that bright, acidic freshness. The chickpeas just kind of substantiate the dish. The artichoke hearts become so incredibly tender and also adds a little bit of that kind of tanginess and a little bit of that bite. The garlic, the red onions, and the red bell pepper literally just melts into this dish. And if you use a good quality veggie stock, then that really just wraps all of those flavors together and really gets absorbed into that rice. Then of course, because we cooked it on the higher heat at the end, you get that delicious, crispy, caramelized flavor from the bottom of the pan with that rice. This dish looks so amazing, so beautiful in the original pan. I would just serve this family style, serve it right on the pan. And best of all, this is literally a one pan dish, but tasty enough and beautiful enough that it's fit to serve for a king. Like I always say, it's recipes like this that makes it so exciting about cooking at home. It is so incredibly comforting and delightful. And if you love easy and delicious recipes like me, then definitely check out our ramen cookbook, the Cook with Confidence cookbook, as well as the Young Man Cooking merch and our sushi making masterclass. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check those out. And as always, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next episode.